called Seth and said, my house, my dream house. He said, the one in Andover? And I said, yes. I said, it's on the market again. He said, okay, we need to sell your house. And I said, let's do it. So I was really excited. And I came home and I said to my husband, Jason, I said, Seth says we can move in. We just have to sell this one. And then I turned around and looked at my house and then realized, yeah, this isn't going to be as easy as I thought it was going to be. It was one of these, I need to get my house on the market quick, fast, and how can I do that and make it above the rest? So after talking to Seth again, he had talked to me about staging and the importance, and really this would be a great opportunity. Hi, come on in.
How are you?
I am good, thank you.
I'm Julie Davis.
Hi, Julie. I'm Julie.
Hi, Julie. I'm Amy Blank.
Hi, Amy.
Nice to meet you. We're with
Nice to meet
Rediscovered Interiors.
Okay.
And we got a phone call from Seth, your realtor.
Yes.
And
Yes.
he said you're in need of some home staging.
Very much so, as you can see. I need some. Come on in.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, as you can see, this is the room that I think is really the focal point of the house, and one I know that's really going to be part of make or break the deal. And so this is the room I really need help in making it a wow factor.
You know, I think today on this house what we're going to do is, you know, we don't have a lot of area to work with. It's some smaller spaces, but we need to define the spaces. That's very important. You know, putting them back to what they were intended to be, getting rid of some key pieces that aren't necessary, you know, and just making it look inviting. All right, Julie, I'd like to go through what we're going to do next.
Okay.
First, we walked through your house earlier, spotted some items, and we just want to kind of go back and see if it's okay if we use some of those things, bring them in here and see if we can make them work.
Okay.
After that, we're going to do some cleaning and decluttering, and we need your help with that.
Okay.
And then you're free to leave, and we'll work our staging magic.
Sounds great.
Great.
Well, when we're staging a home, a lot of times we love to shop the house. That's where we find majority of the things that we can bring into the room if it's missing some key items. And a lot of times the homes are. We find a lot of the homes are missing lighting and in terms of lamps. That can really help set the tone of a room. Greenery is another thing that brings life back into a room. And so a lot of times we have to go and find those things.
Julie, one of the things we noticed when we walked around your house earlier was this nice green plant. If you wouldn't mind if we could pull that down and use it in the living room?
Sure. It came with the house. I have never even remember seeing it.
Great, great. That's awesome. Greenery adds life to rooms, and this will be perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Julie, as we were walking through your house, we found down here in your office some lamps that we're interested in using. You know, your living room upstairs could definitely use more lighting, and the style of your lamp up there doesn't go with what the style of your living room should be, which would be more traditional. So we found this and we thought, is this something we could take upstairs and use in your living room?
Sure.
Great.
Great.
With Julie's house today, I believe, you know, the biggest impact we can make is doing some arranging with furniture, but decluttering will be a huge factor. You know, some common mistakes that people have in their home that we find with staging is they have a lot of their things out, collections, their pictures, things that make their home personal to them. And that's great, but when it comes to staging, that really needs to not be a part of it because you're selling your house and not your things. Rules that we like to follow, you know, really anything with eyes should go away. That's just a good rule of thumb. And, you know, the other thing is that the accessories should be no smaller than a football. Anything smaller than that is clutter and it's taking up space.
Julie, now that we've shopped your house, we've cleaned and decluttered, now you guys get to go have a nice lunch, and Julie and I are going to get to work.
Sounds great.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
You say bye?
Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
You know, this mirror is great, but it only reflects the hallway and it should reflect something pleasing to the eye. So here we thought would be a good chance to put one of their pictures that we took off the wall and put a new use for it.
And we're adding greenery once again to soften the brick and to add some life to the room.
And one good tip to remember is to decorate in threes. Odd numbers are pleasing to the eye.
Let's use these great pillows that we found in Julie's bedroom.
Well, you know, they really help to soften the look of the leather and they add a lot of color and pattern to the room.
A good rule to remember when hanging pictures, measure 60 inches from the floor to the center of your picture. The same rule applies to groupings, 60 inches to the floor, to the middle of your grouping.
And don't forget about lighting. It really sets the mood for the room. And even when it's daylight, you want your lamps on.
You know, entryways, decluttering, the importance is huge. That's your first impact. You really get 15 seconds upon arrival that first impressions are formed. So you really want to work with your entryways and get some wow value out of it. Declutter, maybe have one key piece that really is a focal point that really makes you interesting. It sets the stage for the rest of the home.
Hello. Come in.
Come in.
Welcome home.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome home.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
What do you think?
This is amazing. Look at that.
Come on in, guys.
Come on, guys.
So here's your new
Wow.
living area. We just cozied it up and made your walkway now where you walk past the conversation area. You can look into it and envision sitting there.
The goal was to kind of get it off the fireplace and leave an open area. To define the two rooms, you had an open space where you can rest
Right.
between the two rooms.
And now that you have some areas you can focus on, the sitting, the dining,
Right.
your paint still should be addressed, but it's not as
Right.
obvious.
This looks beautiful. This is amazing. It looks completely different.
Well, thank you. You've been really nice to work with.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will tell you at the beginning, as I was helping with the cleaning process, I thought they're taking all of my stuff away. But then I realized that's really the whole purpose of it, is to make it somebody or anybody's home, not mine anymore. I think walking in and having almost the whole living room just facing the view, and the TV's hidden, and it's just, this is more of, the viewing section is the river instead of, the television. That's what I really like. So it was an interesting process, but I love it. It looks great.